Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue the previous part of the video which we had already started. That was in the previous video we have talked about interrogative pronouns, and now in this video we are going to talk about relative pronouns. Okay, so now first of all we are going to, let me write here, relative pronouns. Now here we will see two things. First of all we will see the word pronouns, and we will see here relative. Now those pronouns which are used to relate, okay, which will show you the relation between two things. Let's see here from the very first of all you will mark the very first sentence of your page number 48. Okay, the pronouns that join two sentences and refer back to the noun used before are called relative pronouns. First of all you will mark this. Now let's see, let's understand what is said here. First of all, there are some pronouns which is used to join two sentences. Okay, we have to remember two things here in case of relative pronouns, that it will join our two sentences, it will combine. Okay, and the second thing is that relative pronoun which will, with the help of which the two sentences will be joined, that will be referring back to the noun which we are talking about in the sentence. It might appear to be little difficult to understand, but let me make it easy for you. Let's take the first example that is in your book, number 1. It's written, P.C. Sarkar is a magician. He is world famous. Okay, this is our sentence. Now you see one thing. There are two sentences. It is stopping here. That means this is one sentence. This is one sentence, and this is one sentence, right? Now these two sentences will be joined into one. How we will make? With the help of one relative pronoun. Let's see how. Let me write it. P.C. Sarkar is a magician who is world famous. Now you see, there were two sentences. Now those two sentences are formed into one sentence. And how? While we have put here who. This is our relative pronoun. Okay, first of all this who is our relative pronoun. Okay, and now let's see one thing, that this word who, it is referring or indicating to what or to which noun. So this is indicating to our P.C. Sarkar, who is a magician. Clear? We are talking about this who is referred to P.C. Sarkar. We are talking about P.C. Sarkar, who is a magician. Let's take one more sentence. The next one. What is that? Vishwa Bharati is a new school. It is coming up. Now there are again two sentences are there. Vishwa Bharati is a new school. It is coming up. Again we have two sentences. Okay. Now we will make it one sentence. How? Vishwa Bharati is a new school which is coming up. Now what is the relative pronoun that we have used here? That is which, and this relative pronoun. With the help of this relative pronoun, we have add up the two sentences. Now, which is referring to what? This school, Vishwa Bharati school. And what is that? It's a new school. Okay, this is the thing. Now, secondly, you will there is a pink color box. If you can see this box, okay, you will mark. This one is important. A relative pronoun works as a pronoun as well as a conjunction. That is, on the one hand, it joins two statements. We have done this. There were two sentences. We have joined with the help of this relative pronoun, and on the other, like a pronoun that relates to the noun. This who is relating to the noun PC Sarkar, who is a magician. This is the thing. Now let's see. Let's do one sentence. Okay. You see your page number 50, activity zone. There is one number 1, activity zone. How will you make this? Number 1, I went to see the film. It was directed by Karan Johar. How will you do that? Again, there are two sentences, so we will combine the two sentences into one. Okay, how we will do that? I went to see the film which was directed by Karan Johar. Now, we have formed that two sentences into one. We have made one sentence, and that word, that relative pronoun which, it is referring back to the film. Okay, it is referring back to the film which was directed by Karan Johar. So this is the thing. This is the first thing. Now we have learned what are relative pronouns and how it adds two statements into one, and how that relative pronoun is used back to refer to the noun. Okay. One more thing you have to see here. While in these two sentences, now this is our main sentence. Okay. This is our main sentence. This is our main sentence. Okay. Now here, which is our relative pronoun? Who is our relative pronoun and which is our relative pronoun? Okay. Now, just before this, just before the relative pronoun, which noun is there? Okay, the noun which is present. What is that? A new school and a magician. What are they called, you know? They are known as, where do I write? Antecedent. You will find it in your book. That's why I have told you now, so that later when you find it, then you can understand. The noun which is used or which is written before the relative pronoun, that is called antecedent. Okay? For example, let's take this example which is written in the pink color box. See, what is written there? The boy who is playing is my brother. Okay, this is the sentence what is written. Now, in this sentence, the boy who is playing is my brother. Let me write it. Let me write this. So that you will be able to understand. The boy who is playing is my brother. Okay. So now this is our relative pronoun who. Okay. And what is the noun coming before the relative pronoun? The boy. So the boy is our antecedent. Clear about it now? Now we will see which relative pronouns are used for which nouns. Let's see. First point, you see in this note there are given. First one, who is used for persons only. Again, the same thing which we had learned in our previous part or previous chapter, that was interrogative pronouns. Okay. Who is used for persons only. The man who is honest is trusted by all. So here we are talking about a man. We are talking about that man. who is trusted by all, and he is honest also. So there is a person, so we are referring as who, we are using the relative pronoun as who, and which is the antecedent here? The man. Okay, next one. Which is used for lifeless things and for animals. Which is the relative pronoun? It is used for lifeless things, those things which does not have life. Does this book have any life? This does not have any life. Okay, so such lifeless things. And we also use for animals. This is the pet which I was searching for. Example. Done? Next, whose is the possessive form of who. We have already learnt in the personal pronouns chapter. The possessive case you had learnt, no? So who, the word who, that's possessive case is what? Whose, and that is also used for persons, animals and things. Okay, let's see the examples. What are they? We talked to the boy whose dog was hurt. So the boy's dog was hurt. These are the books whose covers have been spoiled. That means the book's covers have been spoiled. So that means we have used for both the person and for both the thing. Okay, that is the book. Then how many points we have discussed? 1, 2, 3. Yes, third point we have discussed. Now fourth point. Whom is the accusative form of who and is used just like who. Whom is also somehow similar to who. Okay, she is the only girl whom I can trust. So whom is the accusative form of who, and it is somehow similarly used like who. Just we have to understand how, in which case we will use that. Okay, next, that is used for persons and things referring to a singular or plural noun. Now that is used for both persons and things. Okay, in the previous case we got for which, that is used for lifeless things and animals, and here that is used for both persons and things. Even if it is in singular or if it is in plural, that does not matter. The rat helped the lion that had saved his life. He ate the food that was served to him. In that way, both are, this lion we are talking about, that is singular, food is plural, we cannot count food. Okay, and the last part is what. What is used for things only. We don't use that for person, we don't use for animal. We use only for anything. It is used without an antecedent. Now if you check all the points, how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 5th point if we see, then everywhere, wherever the relative pronouns are there, just before that we will find the antecedent. Let's check. See here. The man who is honest. Just before who, we have got the man. Then Ragini is the girl who stood. Now just before who, we have got the antecedent, the girl. Then the book which is in the shelf is mine. Just before which we have the antecedent, the book. Then this is the bag which I bought. Before which we have the antecedent, the bag. Okay, so whichever words or whichever nouns are there just before the relative pronoun, they are called the antecedent. Okay, but in case of the last point, in case of what, okay, what is used for things only and we do not get any antecedent there. Like other things, like other which, whom, whose, that, who, okay, all this pronouns, this relative pronouns are there, we get the antecedents there, but in this case of what, we don't get any antecedent. I'll show you the example also. It is used without an antecedent, it is equivalent to that which. Let me show you how. Let me rub this. Let's take, for example, what is here? Suppose I am explaining something, okay? Right now also I am explaining something and you have not understood. Okay, So let's take this situation. I have not understood what you taught. I have not understood what you taught. That means I taught you something. Yes. So what I taught you, that you have not understood. Now if you see, which is our relative pronoun here? That is what. Do you find any noun just before this what? We don't find any noun. So that is how, this is one example. That just now I explained, no, that I have explained you something. I have taught you something. And that thing you have not understood. Yes? So this is the way how we understand that what we are trying to indicate through the relative pronoun what, that is that which. It is somehow equal. That means we don't say it, but we mean that thing, that which we don't say, but we mean that. Okay. I have not understood that which you, I have not understood that thing what you have taught. This is the meaning, but we don't get any antecedent. We don't put any noun before the relative pronoun what. So this was all about, and yes, just before that I told you na that what are antecedents. So this is the thing, that you don't get any antecedent before the relative pronoun what, and that's why I have told you before that. So now this is all about your relative pronouns. Okay. Now after going through this video, if you have some doubt, so you write it in a copy, and when we are going to have our next live class, then we will discuss about it, so that I can give you some examples and we will be talking live together. We will be interacting, so that it will get easier for you to ask me also question, and then I can reply to your questions also. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.